Good afternoon. So we've just arrived in Ireland. We landed a couple of hours ago. We've picked up our hire car and we have ended up, our first stop of the day is at the Dark Hedges. So the Dark Hedges is a filming location in Games of Thrones which has become really popular over the last couple of years. I've seen pictures on Instagram of it being really busy, but we've come today and it's quite quiet, minus a little group of bikers who are trying to get some shots. But yeah, it's a very key monumental scene in Game of Thrones, so we just wanted to pop by, have a little look. It was very beautiful. It was on our way up to Portrush anyway. Hello guys, so we have just arrived at Giant's Causeway. Now this is an absolute bucket list experience for me. I've wanted to visit here for years now, so super happy to be here. We have already come on a tour. We've had a guided tour, we've walked down the hill. You come into the visitor centre, I think it's £12.50 to get in, and then you come down the hill around the corner and then it just opens up and you are greeted by the amazing Giant's Causeway. Me and Katie are going to dip out of the tour for a little bit and go and find a really great photo opportunity and have a little wander around for a bit, and then learn a little bit more about the history of Giant's Causeway and how this area has come to be what it is today. So there are two stories on how Giant's Causeway came about as such. The first one is science, that a volcano erupted millions of years ago, and due to the way that the earth was, I don't even know, it just kind of, the sea dried it all. I don't know if that's the right word. As soon as it hit the cold water, for some reason it created these basalt columns which just rose from the sea. But the second story that I much prefer is that a giant lived here hundreds of years ago called Finn, and he did not like the giant that lived on the coast of Scotland, only across the harbour as such, and yeah, they threw rocks at each other, and the one that came over from Scotland landed in this bay and splintered everywhere into these columns of rock. So I definitely prefer the second option, but it's probably more likely that it was the first. So Katie said that the giant in fact wanted an animal.
He wanted an animal to travel on, so he searched the world, and then he went back through the desert and he found a camel, and we can see the camel.
And we can show you the camel in a second. It's up beyond this hill. And as Katie said, here's the giant's camel, which you can see on here, and then also over there. Guys, we've just checked in to the most adorable B&B I've ever been in. It's called Blackrock B&B and it's in the town of Portrush. We've just come over here from Giant's Causeway and oh my god, it's beautiful. It's run by a lovely lady She's just checked us in. This place is so stylish, and I'm like taking tips basically for when me and Theo move into our new house. Touch wood. Yeah, I love it. There's like a little gin area here and like whiskey tasting if you decide you want to have a whiskey while you're relaxing in this beautiful lounge, and we've got a lovely bedroom as well, so I'll just show you around real quick and then we are heading out for dinner. This is our cute little space for the one night. I love it. I love the decor, and we've got views of the sea as well, which is amazing. So the town and the harbour of Portrush is all the way up here, so that's where we're going for dinner later. And then down here, love this house, is the bathrooms. Look at this floor. Oh my god. And then there's another snug, which is where I think me and Katie will come later and watch a film. So our lovely host has given us some Irish whiskey fruitcake, some hot chocolate, and we're just enjoying it in this lovely room. Decided to pick myself up some potatoes earlier, so we've got a few hours until dinner, so this is my snack. Can't wait to try them. Good morning. So we have just been driving. We've just arrived at Ballycastle and we are jumping on a bit of an exciting tour with Giant Tours Ireland. We are on a 3-hour tour with a lovely guy called Flip, and he's taking us on a Game of Thrones tour, taking us to all of the iconic Game of Thrones film locations in this area, and he's amazing. He was a stand-in, like an extra as such, for Hodor, the character of Hodor, and the Mountain as well. So this is pretty cool, and we're really excited to have a little wander around, see some key film locations, and just have a bit of a fun morning. The weather is not good, but I have my trusty umbrella, so we're ready to go.
Hi, I'm Flip, and I run a company called Giant Tours Ireland, and I'm very connected with Game of Thrones. I was actually Hodor's stand-in in season 6, and also did a little work as the Mountain off camera, so I'm a rather giant guy. Not quite as big as Hodor though. But look, I'm about to take the girls on a tour today. We're going to see some pretty amazing locations, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. The weather holds. We are in the real world Westeros though, you know. This is Game of Thrones territory.
So we've just come down to Cushenden, which is where one of the key scenes in Game of Thrones at Cushenden Caves is filmed. This is where it's near Storm's End in Game of Thrones, and it's where Sir Davos and the Red Priestess arrive in the middle of the night, and she gives birth. So I'll show you around. It's really cool here. It is a bit wet, but yeah. We've just arrived at Ballintoy Harbour. Just going to have a little walk around because it is beautiful here, despite it not being that sunny today. this is Ballintoy Harbour, and this is where a lot of the Game of Thrones scenes were also filmed. So the Red Priestess, and that's where the 3 burnings were done on this rock here. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very windy, and then the river is over